Hi guys, and welcome to Geezer that Grills. Today we're going to be doing something with a little bit of a twist. We're going to be doing a chicken chow mein, but instead of using chicken, we're going to use steak. The reason we're using steak is, I'll be totally fucking honest with you, I am sick of bloody chicken. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make the sauce. The sauce is the best part of it, and the reason why I've made it in a saucepan, as you can see, is because it's a lot easier to pour in as you're doing different stages of the cook. So what in here, we have 2 cups of chicken broth. Again, I know it says chicken, we're doing steak, but just trust me, you don't knock it till you've tried it. So in here, I've got 2 cups of chicken broth, or chicken stock, whichever you say. I've used a Q. People out there say, well, you can boil up, you can boil up chicken wings, and you can boil up chicken bones and all that stuff. I ain't gonna do it. I'm just gonna be totally honest with you. Got it out of a little stock, works just as good as me. And then in that, you're going to take some oyster sauce, and you are going to do 12 tablespoons of oyster sauce. I happen to know that what was left in this bottle was 12, because it just seems to work that out of this one bottle, I get 3 portions out of it. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't really need to count that, but you know, in the interest of trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about, I'm going to say 12. After that, we are going to take soy sauce. Now it's up to you if you want low sodium or whatever soy sauce you want. Personally, I like dark soy sauce. That's why I'm going to use it. You're going to take 6 of these and you're going to add this to the mixture. Once you've got the 6 of those, you're going to take some sesame seed oil. Don't go too mad with this. I'm going to use 3 tablespoons of sesame seed oil. Once you have done that, I'm going to swap spoons here because I need to get some granulated sugar. And I am going to need 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Once that is done, the next thing after that is 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, corn flour, whatever you want to call it. I personally call it whatever is at the table. I.e., when I say at the table, I mean it's whatever I get my hands on. Sometimes you've got to go to Asda's, sometimes you've got to go to Tesco's. So whatever there's got, this one's corn flour. When I go to Asda's, it's cornstarch. So 2 of those. Once you've got those 2 in there, bottom line is they are just simply a thickening agent. All you're going to simply do is stir that up. Get this thing nicely mixed together. It makes a fair amount of sauce, but I'm going to be totally honest with you. I make so much of this stuff when we normally do it that my daughter gets to take it to school 2 or 3 times a week. And if I'm being honest as well, it's actually really nice cold. And sometimes it's even better cold. Ready to rock and roll. The next stage for us is going to be what we're going to put into it. Okay, so today, I have purchased, the Americans would call a strip, we would call a sirloin, and basically my butchers, LFD Meats, gave this to me because this is the end of their strip. So it means it's not good enough to make into a steak, as you can see probably by the marbling and whatnot, but it's good enough for me to strip it up, make it nice and thin, so that I can turn it into something that can turn into a stir fry, and that's the bottom line behind it, to being honest. So there you go, nice piece of meat. And what my job to do is to trim this down and make it so that it's going to be ready to turn into something that we can use into our chicken stir, our chicken stir fry, stroke beef stir fry. So first of all, I'm not a fat lover, so I ain't gonna lie to you guys, I get rid of all of that. Some people say, let's keep the fat, we can do something into it, we can turn it into this, we can put it through a mince, we can do that. That ain't my end of the world. For me, I like to cook myself something so that I'm done and dusted, out the door. People have got a nice big fucking smile on their face. I'm happy because they're smiling, they're happy because they've just been given a meal out to do fuck all, and then everyone's a winner. So, I get rid of all this crap, got no interest in any of it. Now, you can argue, you can put comments, you can do whatever you want to do, don't mean no money to me. I definitely just don't want it. I'm looking for meat that I can enjoy, meat that I don't have to worry about chewing, and meat that's going to stir fry up lovely in my chicken stroke steak stir fry. So anyway guys, the plan with this is we're literally going to cut this up nice and thin. We're going to get rid of as much of this fat as we can get rid of. We don't want any of that stuff in there. Although, because it's going to be such a really fast cook, we're literally going to be in a situation here where it's going to be done and dusted double lightly. So I'm going thin, long strips. There is some marbling, as you can see that very clearly in there, but that's not nothing for me to worry about, me being a non-fat lover. But the reason I'm cutting it thin is because it is going to be very quickly cooked. This whole dish doesn't take long at all. I use straight to wok noodles, which I'll show you as time goes on. And the key to it is just speed, I think. Now, obviously guys, it's going to get a bit boring you watching me cut the steak up for however long a time it is. So we are going to fast forward at this point. I'm just hoping this Great British weather rolls off because I'm starting to feel a little bit of fucking rain. And there we go. Thin, nicely sliced beef. This ain't worth tuppence. We're going to get rid of that and then we're going to move on to the next stage. Right guys, welcome back. We are now at the stage where we are going to start frying up that lovely steak that we cooked up. Very simple, it's going to be a very quick fry, okay? Very quick. You'll hear it sizzle up. It's cut so thin that it's not going to take a lot to cook. And once we've got this nicely browned off, okay, we are going to add a little bit of our magic sauce just to give it almost like a marination of it really, but just to give it a little bit of taste. And then we're going to do the veggies, and then we're going to do the noodles, and then we're going to just literally add the whole lot, put the whole lot back in this pan and whack it up and ready to go. And I promise you, if you follow the recipe for that chow mein sauce, you are going to be very happy people. Because I don't think I've come across a single person that's complained or moaned or said, cut me, that's fucking lovely. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, yeah. Just bear with me. Let's get this meat fried up. As I say, we're doing a chicken chow mein, but we are doing it with steak. You don't want it to be like, you know, like sometimes when you go to Chinese, it's fucking rubbery. Oh, God, there's nothing worse than rubbery meat. Excuse me, guys, but I'll just take a quick swig of the bud. I know. Americans are so funny because you think back to Americans as like they love the bud. We've got American cousins, and believe it or not, they don't like the fucking bud. It only seems to be me that likes the bloody bud. Hey ho. Let's get this meat nicely browned, and then we're going to get ready to the next stage. I still like to see a little bit of redness in it while we're cooking, because then at least we don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a rare person in the sense that I like my meat rare, but I do like it medium. And because we're going to cook this again once we add it all together, you do not want to kill it. That's for sure. So just bear with me. Work it. You know, do your arms some good. The steam is coming off of that, looking lovely. I mean, there we go. Look at that. That is looking handsome. Still got a little bit of redness in there. I'll have another quick swig of beer. Now you can't see in the background there, but I have got straight to wok noodles. I've chopped myself up some white onion and some pepper. I cheated again today because I was up against it with time, and I've gone for one of these packs that have, you know, all the veggies in there. Normally, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would do it all from scratch, but today is a test. So let's see what happens, and hopefully it'll work out nice. We don't get any complaints. Do you know, it's funny when you look at all this food. You're going to believe how I'm literally, once we finish that, I reckon with this, and this, we are literally going to fill that wok up. So, bottom line is, people ain't going hungry today, that's for sure. So there, we are ready to rock and roll. That is just about there. Now what I'm going to do is give this another little stir, as we're going to marinate this meat just by adding a little bit of this lovely sauce, just to get it some colour going already. There we go, look at that. Now all we're doing is just cooking this in the sauce. You notice I didn't pour the fat away, to be honest with you. What will happen is, as soon as we add those noodles, it will absorb up, so you will be happy with some juice. And all that steak fat, now, you mix that with this marinade that we've already made, you know what we're gonna get? Good eating, that's exactly right. We're gonna get some good eating. So as you can see, that has now got a lovely colour to it. It's not been killed, still nice and soft. Let's have a little try, shall we? Oh, fucking lovely. Oh, that's fucking magic, that is. Absolutely fucking magic. Right, here we go. We are ready to pour this into, shall we call this, our reserve tank. So we're going to put this over here. We're going to keep this out of the way. And then we are going to cook the veggies. Now, see this, there's plenty of juice in there, which is going to make it a lot easier. We're going to add some more of this sauce to the pan because we are going to cook those veggies in. Let that boil up. Just a little trick for you. Let that boil up so you can see that this is actually cooking before you add the veggies. See, we're starting to get some boiling going on the side there. See that? That's what we're looking for. See when that starts to sizzle? Because what we do not want is we don't want soggy veggies, do we? We want these to taste nice and crisp. So again, we're going to flash fry. I've got 10 minutes on the clock before the daughter gets home. And after I put it on the plate for her. So we are going to add peppers and onions. Now, they are called bell peppers. We just call them peppers over here. The Americans call them bell peppers. They could be called bell peppers. That could be their official name. I couldn't tell you. I haven't got a clue. All I know is that when someone says to me, get a pepper, that's the pepper I go and get. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add, I know it's cheating. I wouldn't normally do it. But at least this way there's quite a mix of different veggies that are in there. We are going to get this all nicely cooked. The reason why I'm doing it this way is the fact that we can get everything with a nice coating of this wonderful sauce. Now I call this wonderful sauce because trust me when I say it's fucking wonderful. So by doing it this way, everything's going to get cooked, not killed, but just cooked. And it's all going to get its own coating of the sauce before we put it in with the noodles. And the beauty of that is that my daughter's due home in about 10 minutes, which means the noodles take about 4. And what I'd like to do is hold off until she walks through the door. I can even see, I don't know if you can see that, there's even see that little bit of blood in there, a little bit of blood in that steak. That looks fucking handsome. Don't worry about the juice because I guarantee you, as soon as I add those noodles, this lot is just going to go and suck it all up, which means one thing. The noodles are going to taste just as good as everything that we're cooking today. Okay, I think, oh, no spillages, a little bit of spread. We're literally getting very close to pouring this next stage in, which is going to be noodles. I think this is a little taste of that. Hear the crunch? You hear the crunch? That's what I'm talking about. You don't want it to be soggy veggies, yeah? Okie dokie. So I'm going to go with, I reckon, we are done. Using the same, what should we call this? The safety bowl. We are going to drop the veggies in with the meat. And while we're killing time, that is also going to help to keep that meat warm because it's fucking cold outside. Fortunately for me, I've got a nice heater behind me, so I can't even feel it. Alright, 6 minutes on the clock, she's going to be here soon. Let's go for it. So, the only thing that's left to do for this meal now is we put, once again, we put ourselves a little bit of this magic sauce in the bottom. But I want to see that crisping up. I want to see it so, you know what I mean? I want to see it bubbling so that we know that when I add these noodles, yeah, we're adding it into a hot sauce. Because these things will go and they will literally suck it up. As the old saying goes, you can literally suck a fucking golf ball through an hose pipe. This is what this is going to happen, watch. As soon as we pop that in there, it is going to say, oh, lovely, thank you. Oh, look, where's all it gone? Just, all of it's gone. Everything's gone. All that lovely stuff, all that lovely flavour is soaked straight into the noodles. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a stage add. So we put the second packet in, add some more sauce. All right, give this another little stir. Look, you can see how hot this thing is. Look at that. And if I'm being honest, the hardest part about this dish is getting these noodles hot because obviously they've come from the fridge. It's these, you know, I do like to leave them on the side for a little while if I'm being honest. I keep saying I'm being honest, but I am trying to be honest. So you can get those nice and hot. Then we're going to add the last packet of noodles. which will then need last packet, last little bit of sauce. There you go. Now, it's up to you. You can put it all in, do what you want. I like to keep a little bit in reserve. And the reason I do that is just, well, it's like this. It's best, what they say, forewarned is forearmed is foreprepared, or whatever it is. I don't care. But bottom line is, if I look at it at the end and think, do you know what, fuck it, stick another bit of sauce in, guess what? I've got another bit of sauce. I like to be prepared. So now the key is I want to get these noodles steaming hot. Literally steaming hot. I know you can see a load of steam coming in. If I feel that, that is not hot, okay? So we want to get these noodles steaming hot. And you can do that by almost boiling that sauce. So you want to leave them for a little while. Listen, you want to leave them for a little while in there. Let that spoil. You can hear it. Hear it boiling up? Hear the sauce? All right, then give them a turn. Now, you see the steam coming off that? Look at that. Now the bottom of the noodles is now hot. The top of the noodles is gonna get hot. Look at that. Now we feel that. Fuck me, that's hot. Fucking hell, that is hot. All right, so that's hot. So that works. I've got 4 minutes on the clock. The daughter will be home at 4. We are literally just about ready to add these other bits in. And then, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. We have got ourselves a wonderful chicken chow mein, but with steak. All steaming. We've still got some juice. Watch this. There's juice coming out the bottom of there. So again, oh, look at all that. Now, there has got to be something wrong with you if you do not think that that looks fucking amazing. There we go. Now we're going to stir this all in. Oh, and remember what I said to you? The last bit of juice in the bottom. I'm going to literally add that in now. Exactly the right amount. That goes in there. That goes in there. Oh, we have got a beef chicken chow mein, which I reckon could easily feed, I don't know, you've got to get 6 or 8 portions out of that, haven't you? I mean, if you added something else to that, I don't know what else you've had. Let's just say we could have some Korean chicken wings or something. I don't know, whatever. All I'm trying to say to you is, I'm going to literally pick this up once I know, once I feel comfortable that it's hot enough, it's all mixed together. Watch out for that bad boy. All right, done. Warm. Oh, yeah, that's hot. Then we are ready to rock and roll. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That would be more than enough to put on anyone's table, especially when my little girl gets home from school. If she ain't happy with that, well, she might want to think about moving out. Do you know what I mean?